Hey guys, it's Erin from Earth Healer Movement. So, crazy stuff is happening right now. It's the new year. It's January 1st, 2026. So, Happy New Year. I'm in my little rental car here, and something super crazy just happened where it was really bad, like a bad tower moment. But I'm trying to stay positive and understand that this is just everything's going to be okay. And even though this is like, I wanted to just work super hard today, I'm not able to do so. So I can record a message with you guys, and I can go do some things that I've been needing to do, and just kind of take a break from work, and that the universe is forcing this on me. So when I wanted to grind super hard for the new year, the universe is like, no, you're gonna stop and you're gonna take care of yourself, and you're gonna do the things that you've been telling yourself that you want to do, like work out and return some things from Christmas that you can get the money back from, and go get some items for your home to make your own food, and so you don't have to eat out, and do the things the right way, and don't rush. So I think that that's what the universe is trying to tell me, because I'm trying to find the positives in this. And it's crazy what happened. It's like, it wasn't my fault at all. And it's just the, I was hearing algorithm. It's just like an automated response from what had happened. It was a $520 transaction at Dick's Sporting Goods. And the worker there and the manager said that the barcode needed to be scanned, and the transaction was already completed. They already charged my card and it already went through, but then they tried to void the transaction and redo it and scan the barcode, and that was a no-go for DoorDash. They don't do that. I don't think you would even do that normally, because then the people don't get their money back within, like, right away. When you void a transaction, it can take days to get your money back. So that was odd. It was all odd, and it doesn't make any sense. And so they flagged me for fraudulent activity when I chatted with the support, and I asked them what I should do and what happened, and they said they'll unassign me from the order, that they can't load the card back because it was voided. And you just can't do that with DoorDash. And I knew that, and I just let them do it because they weren't listening to me. I can't force somebody to listen to me. I said it doesn't matter if you don't scan the barcode, and they're like, oh yeah, it does matter. And I'm like, well, why does it matter? And then she said, because if the customer wants to return it or whatever, it's a big mess. And like, so they're literally just making stuff up, because another manager came over after, when it wouldn't go through, and said that you don't need to scan the barcode. And I already knew that. I have over 10,000 deliveries under my belt, so I know what I'm talking about. And I knew that customer support wouldn't be able to do anything about it but unassign the order from me. That's what happens. And so it's a huge problem. But I have to just, I'm hearing, take it with a grain of salt, and just take it as a day off. Like, this is like, oh my God. Okay, so yesterday I got 2 birthday orders right in a row. And I got 2 s'mores. I love s'mores. Those are good. But it was odd to me. And I like that this shadow is blocking the sun from my eyes. But it was almost like meant to be like that so the sun wouldn't be in my eyes. Like, it was like helping me. It's kind of funny. Okay, so the gas station is closed. A lot of things are closed today, but it was still like going, like my door dashing was going really good. Like, I was getting good orders. But who knows? It could pop back up at any time. I just have to keep checking it and make sure that I get it back and running, because that would suck if I didn't have my job. And I just have to be positive. And no, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I just went back to the merchant, Dick's Sporting Goods, and I talked to the people there and let them know what happened, that I got locked out of my account and I'm like suspended, like under review for fraud, and that to back me up, like and to expedite it so I can get back to work, because I need to pay my rent. Like, I literally am really strapped for money. Like, people don't understand how strapped for money I am, that I'm like trying to juggle all these things to save my butt, literally. Like, but I'm doing it in a guidance with God, like, to propel this movement forward. I need to be super like activated. So it's activating my energy by this like energetic push that's creating this momentum inside of me. It's creating this like fast-paced momentum inside of me. So I'm just like going like a bee, like a queen bee. And so it's elevating my energy. And so I need to be on like high level alert for things happening and be able to take care of it like right away. Like, it's like building me up like a CEO. Like, I am a CEO right now, but there's certain things that I'm constantly going. So some things fall off. Like, sometimes I don't pay something on time and it gets canceled, or something happens. And like right now, like, I don't have like an emergency fund. I'm not able to do that because of all of these things that are going on. So, and it sucks because I had to borrow money from like people I love in order to pay the rent last month. And so I didn't want to have to do that this month. And so like, I literally have to, like, I was like, oh my God, I have to like go hard to make the rent on time. This, because always the beginning of the month is really hard for me, because there's all these bills like back to back at the very beginning of the month. And so I have this program. So maybe this is why, because I was kind of getting that I have to share with you guys this program that I use. And then if you guys can use my code, my promo code or whatever, my affiliate link, then I can get money from you guys using it as well. So I'm gonna have to see, I can probably get that for you guys right now on my other phone, hopefully. So my phone is not on right now, so I'm gonna turn it on. Oh God, there's a cop right there. Like, I But this car has like the tags are not expired. Okay, I'm gonna have to just go home and sit in the parking lot, because the cop is like right behind me and it's scaring the crap out of me right now. Because I don't know what is happening. I don't know what the hell is happening. Like, why do I feel like bad stuff is happening? But I'm also getting, like I was getting the other day. Okay, so the cop passed by me right now. Oh my God. So I was getting the other day that there's all this like energy in the air, like bad energy, because everybody's like partying and like drinking and like doing bad things, like being crazy. And the energy in the air is not like, it's not really fresh start right now. It's more like April or like springtime, where like people have a better chance of like starting new routines, like working out and stuff like that, changing their diet habits and everything like that. But now is kind of like a season of like hibernation type of thing. Like we are, like normal animals would like gain fat, gain weight, and kind of like be more lazy during the winter. And then in the spring, they would, I'm hearing burst out and like have energy and like run around and like chase animals like for prey and all that, right? So that makes sense. I'm also getting the reference of the calendar system. So I literally like needed to like make videos, because there's these things and these, I've just been putting them off because of all these 3D things that I need to do, like making money to make my rent. But I literally need to do this kind of stuff for the momentum to keep going. Like it's me and you guys. It's not just me. So we together need to keep this thing going. And so you guys need to watch me, and I need to do these videos. And so the calendar system. So so I don't know for a fact, but that's what I was getting, was that it's something like a Roman calendar system. Something got changed, and I need to look this up further. Something got changed in the system where the month of December, the 10th month, October, is 8. So octagon, octopus, it's 8. 8 legs, 8 sides. How did the month of October become the 10th month? December is supposed to be the 10th month. So there's 2 months that were added into the calendar that aren't supposed to be there. So decimal, when you're doing mathematics, des is 10, the DEC. I'm getting decimal, but what else starts with DEC that's 10? I can't think right now. I don't know, but it is. It means like 10. Okay, so January. I'm trying to think if like I can figure out which 2 months don't belong, but I don't know. Feb, I don't think that that's anything. March, April. They said that April is supposed to be the beginning of the year. So in Chinese, I'm getting astrology, but it's also like my mind is just, this is crazy. I can't even think of certain things. So it's horoscope, the Chinese horoscope, not astrology, horoscope. So it could be astrology because I said that, because that's not what I was going to say. So in Chinese astrology or horoscope, it is the beginning of the year starts in, and it changes every year, but it's like in end of January, beginning of February, like right in there. So if October is supposed to be the 8th month and December is supposed to be the 10th month, there's just like things are off. And there was somebody that was saying something in a video that I saw declaring that, but it just kind of like made sense, and then I kind of like lost like what exactly you know, the details about it. So I'm gonna have to go, I think I saved the video or the short, and I'm gonna go back and rewatch that and like kind of dissect some of these things that I'm getting. And it's just so hard because in the 3D, like I really have so much stuff going on, and I'm just trying to pay all these bills and like keep everything going. So I had to rent this car and pay up front for it. And so like there's just all this stuff, strategic things that I need to do to keep my 3D world going. And so stopping working is like a huge problem for me. And people just don't get it because money is so tight with me. And so not working for a few hours is like, sometimes I cannot start working because my body is so tight, like my hips and stuff like that. And there's so much soreness, and I have like medical problems and everything. I had an appointment for my hormones and stuff to get checked, and the doctor referred me to them, and I had to cancel the appointment because I didn't agree with their paperwork, like asking for all this money. And then they said my down payment, my copay was $85. And so these doctors are giving you referrals, like even my dentist gave me like a bunch of different referrals, or I had to go to a bunch of different places. And each time you go to all those places, you have to pay money for consultations and all this stuff. And then they want a consultation first before you do a procedure. So that's double pay. And it's like, this is too much. Too much. I can't do it. I can't do all of this stuff. I can't pay for all these things that they want me to pay for. Like, who do you think I am? This is ridiculous. I literally just had a bunch of procedures done for my mouth to save my life. And I had to go to the emergency room, and I had to do all these things. to save my life. And then while I'm doing that, I'm in the emergency room and doing a CT scan to save my life. And they find another problem that's unrelated that I have to go get checked and everything and do all these things for. I can't afford it. Because then I can't afford to live. I can't afford to drive. I can't afford to work. And then this happens where I'm locked out of my account because the store owner for a merchant that works with DoorDash and me doesn't understand that you can't void a transaction because the barcode wasn't scanned. And that has nothing to do with me, but I'm being penalized for it. And then I'm also getting right now that I'm Jesus in the story. So I'm going through all the pain for you guys, the suffering and the pain of this life to help other people. And I just got glutton for punishment. Like, I'm literally sacrificing myself and my life for other people. And I see the true colors of other people, where it's kind of like two-faced, but not really. There's like a divided loyalty. So like when it's benefiting somebody else, they're a certain way. And then with me, it's another way. And it's like that split personality is so like, I don't know. I don't want to come across like that. I'm just trying to survive. And I feel like a lot of other people are just trying to survive. But, and it's hard not to judge others. And it's hard not to think and feel these things. Like, that's why society is like it is, because it works better that way. But look how bad our society is at the same token. It's so complicated. So I could completely understand why people could point fingers at me and like not agree with me sometimes, but I'm always gonna get back up and I'm always gonna keep going. And that's the thing, is like we just need to love each other no matter what happens, and just say like, oh, that sucks, and be like, yeah, that sucks. That's what we want to hear. Because sometimes things just suck. And sometimes things are amazing. And sometimes things are horrible. And sometimes things are just chill. And that's the beauty of life. There's a bunch of birds flying. And I was just thinking, like, they're such at peace, like flying up in the air. But then there's times where there could be a predator and they're going to be scared and they're going to be squawking. And they could be being chased, and like, they go through drama too. They could go into an electric pole and like get electrocuted. They could like swim over the water and get swallowed by a shark or something, or like seal or whatever eats those. But to blame somebody for not doing things right, like the Grinch that stole Christmas, like he just wanted to be loved and accepted even though he was different. And I felt like Grinch today when I was wearing this, because I did that Grinch video, the Christmas, I think it was part 2 I talked about it, and I'm wearing all neon green right now. So look at my pants, my leggings. And so I don't want to call anybody out, but like something else happened. I'm just gonna call her out because my daughter, like I tried to like vent to my daughter, my youngest one, and she's young, you know, and she's a Gemini, so she's like a Sour Patch Kid is what I kind of like describe her as. And I don't want to gossip or anything like that, or I don't want to like put anybody down or like talk negative about anybody, but it's just really makes me sad because it's like I feel like I just want unconditional love. So I'm trying to like juggle all these plates and everything, and like juggle all this stuff going on because this is the best that I can do. Like I got a college degree and I went to college like for so long. Like I have a ton of like certifications and degrees and all this stuff. But I don't want to sell myself out, like sell myself to the devil. I don't want to manipulate people with a marketing business degree when that's what they're telling me to do. I don't want to like sit there in an advertising agency where I was and have a boss like yelling at me because he's a narcissist and being rude and mean and trying to diminish my joy and like make me feel less than, and have him try to like overpower me. I don't want to be in an environment where I'm unhappy and it's messing with my mental health. I can't even do it. I tried, and I started laughing at him when he was yelling at me, and he fired me. I literally tried to stay there, and I was doing amazing. But it doesn't matter. Like, people don't understand. Like, it doesn't matter how amazing you are. Sometimes that works to your disadvantage because people are like, who does she think she is? Like, trying to outshine other people, or trying to like act like she's better. But what if she just is better? What if my mind frame is my mind frame? I can't change my mind frame and be back to how I can't be another way. I've already learned things, and it's made me feel a certain way and think a certain way. I can't go backwards and unlearn things. I've learned my self-worth. I've learned the things that I need to learn, and I'm spiritual, and I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in these things. And even if it wasn't like a physical Jesus, like people think that lived, that we need to emulate Jesus because that's the right thing to do. That's the right way to be. That's the example. Why would I just like be like everybody else and like lower myself and let people mistreat me. That's what people want of me. They just want me to do what everybody else does so I can just not be loud and proud and do things different. But maybe that's just who I am. Maybe that's what makes me happy. They don't want me to be happy. They don't want that of me. They just want the bills paid on time. And I'm trying. And with this economy and stuff, the bills just kept going up and up and up. And it's hard times. And family needs to just come together and help each other and support each other. And not feel like somebody isn't like holding their weight. Like they make me feel like sometimes, I don't know if it's just me projecting this, but like feel like I'm not doing enough. Like I need to do more because the bills should be paid on time. Like you shouldn't be getting locked out of your account for DoorDash. You shouldn't be like, that shouldn't happen to you. If you were doing the right things, if you were truly who you say you are, and like if you're truly like doing the right things, like following God's path and everything, then that shouldn't happen to you. Like you shouldn't have any bad things happen to you. Like you're just making stuff up and you're being stupid and you just need to shut up and just work and just be like everybody else. Stop having all these fantasies and making this stuff up, and you look dumb. You're not fitting in with everybody. Like this is the kind of stuff, like I feel like I can read people's minds, like certain negative people. And like then they're the ones that have to bail you out when the rent is due and you don't have the money. And there's an eviction notice. And you have to pay all the money up front because your way of doing it, where you only had to pay half, it's past due. You missed that date for that other program. So now you have to pay it all up front right now, or you're going to get evicted. There's an eviction notice on your door, which happened last month. And then I had to borrow money from my daughter, and she gave it to me right away. She trusted me. And then this month, the rent is due again, and I don't have the money for it. And then I get locked out of my account. Is she going to be willing to help me again so quickly? Or is she going to get irritated? That would irritate me as well. I don't blame her. But it hurts me, like, why is this happening right now? Like, God, the universe, like, what did I do to deserve this? But you can't really think like that. You have to think like, this is for a reason. The reason is unknown. But with the coming events, like with what transpires after this, we'll find out. But for now, you need to just keep going, have faith, don't give up, do this video for people, have your affiliate link for your, it's called Flex. And what you do is you only have to pay half your rent, and this app will pay your full rent on time. And then you pay the second half of your rent to Flex, or they'll take it out of your direct deposit or whatever, out of your account on the 15th of the month, or you can actually schedule it towards the end of the month, the very last day of the month. So there's all this flexibility with you paying your rent. And that's what I've been using. And I haven't like given you guys that information yet because I've been so busy and I just haven't really been doing a lot of videos. So you can use my promo code, and I'll put that in the description below. And then you'll give me money for doing that as a referral. And then you'll get this great opportunity to use this great service in case you're not able to pay your rent on time or you're struggling. This helps out a lot. So then you only pay like $14.99 for this service, and I believe they charge you on the second, on the back end, the second payment. So they just split your payment up into two, and they collect how much you need to pay from your the renter, the like apartment complex or whatever. Why can't I think of the term? The whoever you pay your rent from. I don't know if it's for mortgages too, probably not. But this has helped me a lot, and it's called Flex. So use my affiliate link if you need help. And hopefully my account gets like back online and I can work. If not, I'm gonna go to the gym and work out like I've been wanting to. I've been paying for the gym membership. I've been paying for all these things and I haven't really been using them. I'm just paying for them. So go check out my earthhealermovement.com for merchandise. And because I'm paying for that every month, and you can donate to my channel. What else? I'm also paying for my Amazon account. I'm paying for a lot of stuff. And I'm not using my Amazon account because I also need to get my business back. That was kind of like, that was a crazy thing from my Amazon, for my business name, my business entity is suspended as well. And it's hard to get that back because that was a crazy thing as well. So all these things that are happening to me are like completely like weird stuff. That's the kind of things that I'm going through. So it's not normal. It's not like I did anything wrong. It's just circumstances made it happen. And then when problems arise, people point the finger at me like, what are you doing? This is all stupid. And you're causing problems. Like, that's what I feel like is happening. But I don't really know what is going on. Like, I don't know. I just have to know. I just have to just keep going. Keep being the example. Keep being the leader. And this kind of stuff has happened to me so many times in the past, and I've gotten through every single time. And so the more that it happens, the more people will trust me and realize that, you know, things are truthfully happening the way that I say. They even locked my money. So the money that I had in my DoorDash account, I had a whole bunch of money in there that was partial rent. So I had like a quarter of the rent money. But last night I was being guided to take it out and put it into my bank and then deposit it into my Flex account. So you can do that. And that's what I did last night. So I put like $500, I think, in my Flex account. So it's safe. So no matter what happens in my checking account, if it goes below, you know, like if it goes negative, I have money in my Flex account sitting in there waiting for me to keep putting more money in so I could like, but it's hard because you have to, so if your checking account went really negative, if it went like $400 negative and you put $400 into your checking account, it's going to be zero, right? What's hard for me is that that's like an impossible situation right there, because you can't take that money and put it into the Flex account. I don't know how to do that yet. Maybe I'll figure it out. But it seems to me from learning from before was that you have to put it in, transfer it from your checking account into the Flex account. So you can't be using credit cards or other cards to put the money in there. Because what happens is I get a Crimson card, like a DoorDash account card, and I have to transfer the money into my checking account myself and then put it in the Flex account. So that becomes an issue if my account is negative. So that's the only thing like stressing me out. And then also the fact that now I can't even work. But you never know, because I went back to Dick's Sporting Goods and I talked to the workers there, and they all like understand my situation, and they were all super cool. And the guy there, the manager or whatever, he called the DoorDash. They felt bad for me, and they called the DoorDash support and everything, and they tried to get my account like expedited to get that off of my account, the lock on my account, to unlock it. So you never know, like that could have like expedited it. But it said to wait at least 24 hours. So hopefully, this is what I'm hearing, worst case scenario is it's 24 hours. So it just stresses me out because it's scary to get fired. It's scary to get like terminated for something that like you didn't even do wrong. But sometimes that kind of stuff happens and you don't have any control over it. So to blame somebody else and act like they did something wrong when they're trying their hardest is wrong. And you just need to love each other. So you need to just like, because I don't really understand why people act like that towards me. Because I literally work my butt off. But I did buy an expensive car. That's why they're mad at me. But my spiritual guidance told me to do that. So that's what they don't understand. They think that I'm just like buying an expensive car. But they don't understand that there's so much more to life than this world, than just what logically what we've been taught from this world. There's a whole nother side of life, and that's the spiritual part of life. And that's your intuition. And that's things that don't make sense. That when you do that, when you're in an alignment, when you're spiritually gifted, that when you take chances and you do things that are uncomfortable, you're elevating your whole spiritual side of yourself. You're not lowering yourself to fit in. You're actually standing out and expanding your creativity, expanding your horizons. I'm hearing these words, creativity and horizons. You're expanding your aura. You're like, I just got a picture of DDG because he says that. He's a streamer and an influencer, and he's a rapper, and I listened to him today and I kind of felt like that's kind of the path that I'm on, is that same kind of spiritual path. Where he said after college or high school, he dropped out of college? I don't know. He was in high school, a valedictorian, dropped out of college to become a streamer and a rapper. And now he makes millions doing that. But the things that I'm doing, but he does a lot of stuff that's like not good. But God is still supporting him because he's being supportive and an influence on his fans. Like he's kind of like, he's more relatable to a lot of people than I am. And I'm not gaining a bunch of followers and people like in the 3D world. It's just the spiritual world is behind me. So it's kind of a flip-flop energy. So it's all spiritual. And me. So that's why I feel like alone. Because I don't feel supported. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So that's how I feel like my family has been. So when things are going good, when things are going great, it's like, okay, they're there, they're happy, they're excited. When things go bad, when things go wrong, like in the 3D world, like negative setbacks, then it's like, oh, like look what you're doing, kind of thing. And that's not good. That's so like Gemini. It's like, oh, you're being sweet to me and then you're being sour. Like you're believing in me and then you're not. And I just have to be the stable one and just ride it out. Keep having the faith, keep having the belief, keep, and if things come crashing down, then I'll know. right? And things have crashed down before, but they've only like, that's what they've seen. They saw my world crash down with me getting a divorce and stuff from their dad. But it elevated me spiritually. So there's a spiritual elevation that comes from it. And there's a boss energy, and it's $1 million energy that I have. So I can always like pick back up and find something else that's better. But I have to believe in it. And I have to go for it, and I have to do it. And that's what I'm always going to do. So that's why you just have to have the belief and the faith in me. That I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing, because I've always been doing that. And I will humble myself, and I will do what it takes to get things done. I will drive a little car. I don't care. I'm spiritually elevated. I obey the Spirit. I obey. I push boundaries, but I know the limitations. I did that. I was just thinking I did that in school. Like where I would just do enough to like pass the class. But I could still like socialize and take my time and have a good life. A good balance. Like do after school activities like softball or field hockey and crew and different things that I wanted to do. And if my grades got bad and I couldn't do the sport, then I would try to get better grades. Like I'd have to sit out like a whole season. And that's just how I am. And I feel like as long as I'm happy and I don't know. But like I do need to reflect and think about things. And I don't want to be like a burden to my family. So like what could I do to not be a burden to my family? Like make better investment situations. But like, what if the whole spiritual world is telling me to do something? Just not do it. Like I'm supposed to be elevating. I'm not supposed to be like everybody else. I could easily just give up and like get a 9-to-5 job and do whatever, not film, get a cheap car. That's what they want me to do. Just dress like everybody else. Just be home. Like cooking and cleaning, having the weekends at home. That all sounds great to me. But I feel like I have to do this. Like there's something more. And the other thing is like I'm so traumatized by my past that Like, I feel like I can't even do that. Like, I can't even... Ooh, it just said they're busy right now with DoorDash. So it might be back on now. Because I just got an alert on my phone. That would be amazing. But even if I do get back onto DoorDash, I probably still need to go work out and like make food at home and just appreciate what I have and try to just do better, like balance things better. And it's a choice. This is a choice that I'm making right now. And my family is not really happy about it. Because I'm making a sacrifice from my family to do this Earth Healer movement. And I'm sacrificing myself and my body to do this. For the world. This isn't just like fun for me. Because I would rather be doing what other people are doing. I would rather be in a relationship, like married, working a regular job, being home in the evenings with my kids and my family, lounging on the couch, enjoying each other, laughing at movies and eating popcorn. Maybe not popcorn, but having these treats and stuff that people are getting, like s'mores, and enjoying the holidays and all of that. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm just working. I'm doing DoorDash. I'm helping people. I'm meeting different people, like wherever I go, like making an impression on people. I'm making sure that the job is being done right. That I'm following the universe's guide. That I'm doing things right. I'm not just giving in to life. I'm actually being uncomfortable, sacrificing for the love of everybody, and really believing that I'm making a difference, that my energy is going out to the psychic network, and like they're broadcasting out my energy to the world. The literal world is watching and listening to what I'm doing. And I'm making a huge difference in this world. And that's what's going to help bring upon world peace. That's not going to happen if I stop doing it and go home and get a 9-to-5 job and stop doing videos. Is that still gonna happen? If I just start being like everybody else? Just start going on dates and just get a boyfriend and just get married just to somebody that's not like, that just anybody. Just a nice guy. Yeah, I'm sure my life would be real comfortable and I would be happy, but what if that's not what life is about? Because look at the world. If that's what life was about and that's like just how we're supposed to be, then why are so many people miserable, unhappy, suicidal, depressed? People lying, cheating, stealing, manipulating, killing. If everybody was right and everything was figured out and everything was done correctly, if we're so smart and everybody's so smart because everybody's doing the same thing, then why is the world so bad? Why is there like porn addiction and like objectifying women and judging everybody, and everybody that goes on dates being manipulated and lied to and cheated on, and these women like twerking and like being overly sexual and like swearing all the time and being aggressive and yelling and fighting, fist fighting, hurting people, tricking people. If this church and like this whole system was correct, that everything was great and perfect just the way it is, then why would all this stuff be happening? Why would there be war and like is it that people are just evil? No. It's the system that's the problem. They learn by their parents and by school and by their government and by media and music and movies and the people around them and their friends. So something there has to be wrong. Because why is the world like this? Somebody needs to care. Somebody needs to fix it. God asked me to fix it. And I have one lifetime to make a difference, and I made the choice to make a difference. And I want to be respected for my choice and loved for my choices. Even if it's hurting me or I'm suffering. I believe in it. I just got a download right now, and I got downloads before to like buy a lottery ticket, but I don't even know, like, because I got downloads before about to buy a lottery ticket when it got to a certain amount. And I saw that it got to a certain amount, and I didn't go get it because I was in the middle of doing something at the time, like a DoorDash order. I was just going to deliver it, and then I forgot. But, so that's one of the things I could go do as well, is to go get a lottery ticket. And then I'm also hearing to like check my phone right after this. Of course I will. But that maybe the DoorDash came back on and that my account is unlocked. I have my cup right here that I got my daughter a matching cup. So it's really cute. It has like this like sweater print. It's like textured, and then it has the Starbucks right here. Oh, and I also got another download this morning that and I was saying it to myself, like, I'm a star, like Starbucks. So that's why I'm like connecting to Starbucks. And then also I went to I have the McDonald's drink in here, the iced coffee. So I poured my McDonald's iced coffee into here, and I was like, M is for millionaire. The McDonald's, the big M. I'm all, M is for millionaire. M is for, I just got multiply. M is for money. And M is for manifestation. So that energy is going into me from McDonald's, that I'm connecting to the M. And then also Starbucks, the star. And then I'm like, I'm a star, baby. And then that's why I shine so bright. And I had the sun shining on me. And I was like, look at my outfit. I'm like a star. I'm a freaking star. That's why I'm connecting to those companies. Because of their, it's like their spiritual, like, energy. I can totally see both sides of this. I can totally see where my daughter's coming from and my family is coming from. I can totally see it. And it's kind of funny, but it's like, this world is nothing to take lightly. Like, this is serious stuff. This is not like a playground, like play. It's literally like your family has to pick you up when you're not holding your weight. Like, if I'm dying, if I have like a serious medical problem, who's gonna have to take care of me? My family. If I lose my job, who has to take care of all the bills? Who has to take the weight of it, you know? So it's not just you, it's like your family that suffers as well. And that's what happens with my son. When he doesn't pick up and do his part, then everybody else suffers. And it's like, you know, like, I try to tell him that and stuff. So this world is super complicated, And that's why I'm taking a huge risk by doing this. This is literally like very risky, because I don't have a retirement. I don't have savings. I should not even be doing any of this. And it's a risk. And it's suffering and sacrifice for a bigger purpose, when I could easily be doing something more comfortable and satisfying. And I just feel like, is this a childhood wound? Is this a childhood trauma that I'm just so used to sacrificing and struggling that I'm doing this? Was this meant to be from God, like for me to sacrifice and struggle for this purpose? Or is this just a childhood trauma and wound that I'm just comfortable doing, and everybody else is suffering around me because of it? So we'll see how this turns out. But I have enough faith in myself that no matter what happens, that I'm gonna get right back up on my feet. And I have my family's support, and they've really shown me their support, financially, emotionally, through these hard times. And even if they don't express it the way that I do, I know that they love me and they care about me and they support me. And that makes me feel really good. So check out the link for the Flex rent payment if you need help with that. And you know, I verify that it's, you know, because I was scared at first, like, oh no, what if this is just gonna rip me off or something, or like, it's scary, right? But I took the risk and it paid off, and I'm able to offer this to you guys. So yeah, enjoy the new year. And I wore this because it's kind of something different that I normally wear, and it's bright and cheerful, and starting off the new year like I wanted to wear like something light and happy, and this is what I had that was like, you know, clean and available, and I really was happy to like work in this outfit today and like spread good cheer and just be comfortable and warm and happy. And so it's already an hour and 13 minutes, so we'll see what happens when I get off of this. Hopefully tomorrow's a better day, and I'll let you guys know what happens. I'll check in with you guys, and so see you next time. Peace, love, and light. Bye guys.